Okay, hello, my beautiful collective. Starting today with my shadow reading, and then I'm going to do the other reading. This is what I seen in my dreams last night, and it's a dragon. If this resonates, this is, I guess, it's a red dragon. This is what part of the reading's about. So let's get this started. The story of this. I have so many cards. So many. I'm putting some of these here. I even got more tarot cards coming for you guys because I'll be able to do different kinds of readings. And I got me a table. Well, I made a table in my room. I think it looks a lot better for taping for YouTube. Then I got more storage on my phone. Yay! And then I found a better pair of glasses, so maybe I'll be able to read the dang cards better. Yes. But yeah, how you doing? How's everybody doing? I'm doing great. And I do mean great. We're heading on to a new year of putting things behind us. What would you guys, I want you guys to put a list together of things you want to put behind you. And I am going to share with you guys is, you know what, I'm just here to help you guys because this is why I started my YouTube channel. Because I am a light worker and I just want to help people. You know, I do see a lot of shadows and see things in 3D, but my main thing is helping. So put something together. Put you like a diary. I don't know if I shuffled these right. I have to have upside down cards too. All right. Put yourself like a diary together of things that happened this year. And it's an easy thing when you start shadow work. And just things that happen or feelings that doesn't, you know, we all make mistakes, folks. All of us. And I get it. We're not perfect. I'm sure the hell not perfect. I'm not. And neither is anyone else. We're human. You know, I'm not God. I'm not an angel. I'm just a light worker. And I've been doing my shadow work. I've been working on myself. And I've just cataloged things. Like I've been working on childhood wounds. You know, I watched other tarot card readers that kind of help you when you work through childhood wounds and such. So I've been categorizing things that I want to leave behind this year. That's what I want to do. I want to leave the past behind, some things in this new year. And I guess I started because, as everybody knows from my social media, I've had a recent breakup of 11 years. Instead of taking it to a dark level, I said, what did I learn from it? And I alchemized it. Take that energy, process it, and use it for something good. And trust the process. You know, because, and I've been through other relationships in my life, just not that one. You know, my last long relationship with my husband, he was a drinker. And we went through a rocky road together. But we ended up, unfortunately, breaking up. And it was sad. It was a 12-year marriage. And we got to the point that we were friends eventually. And the thing is sometimes you got to let go and let God. Now, we could be in the same room. We could sit next to each other. We could talk to each other. There's, you know, and we work together when it comes with the kids, you know, and then when I get and then through this whole breakup, and everything, I was like, you know what? I've been through worse. It is what it is. You let it go. And I guess the thing is some people just think that one connection is everything. It's not. It's not your life. It's not your family. I focus now on my family like I did the other times, because I have 2 kids, and I've had 2 major relationships in my life. And I like to call my major relationships the ones you have kids with, and these are the relationships that will follow you. And you have to alchemize the stuff so you could be in the same room. My oldest child, me and his father, we were together 8 years, and he ended up finding somebody else. He cheated on me, yeah. And we ended up trying to reconcile. It didn't work, and we broke up. But we could stay in the same room together. He still, to this day, helps out my older son. So, and I even wrote down in a journal then, I said, what did I learn from this? And today, we're better off. Yeah, he says I'm crazy sometimes, but in a good way, because we had kind of, I guess, off hot and cold relationship. We loved each other intensely. And then we hated each other at times intensely. So I've had 3 soulmates. But when you're with a soulmate, twin flame, or however you want to resonate things, sometimes things aren't meant to be at that time. And sometimes they are. And sometimes, depending on the situation, sometimes it makes more sense to reconcile. And I've noticed through my readings that a lot of people, they struggle. And I do mean struggle over these these connections. Maybe it's because not a lot of people talk to each other. I think the main thing is communication. These days, I've noticed, because I'm older, that people don't communicate with one another. They're always wanting to one-up on people. They're always second-guessing. They're always asking people, is this really my true connection? And this and that. In life, life's a mystery. It really is. You don't know if you're going to get the good, bad, or the ugly. It's like Forrest Gump. You go, life's like a box of chocolates. Sometimes you get a real bad one that doesn't agree with you at the time, and you say, no, I'm going to put it back. And then sometimes you go, oh, I like this one. It's so good. That piece of chocolate's wonderful. Sometimes that's how it is. And you got to prioritize what is the most important thing in your life. And I don't think people prioritize family enough. Family is the most important thing. Having humility is the most important thing. So, all I have to say is journal. Journal everything. Because journal and find out what's important to you. And if you're going through times of Great Depression, sometimes these are things that are supposed to teach us a lesson. And sometimes lessons just have to be learned. Sometimes those lessons can lead to reconciliation. Sometimes not. But what are you going to do? Are you going to sit down and die? And act like everything is going to be done? No. You don't. I mean, come on now. Why do that to yourself? That's all I'm saying. So I guess I'm just trying to give my advice. Journal everything. And, if you have a lucid dream and you're an artist, draw it out. Maybe the dragon is a spirit of strength for everybody. Maybe. And in the 3D, everybody has a different spirit form. Some of us have put ourselves at such a low level. And I do mean a low level. That's why we have malevolent things that follow us and attachments. I will tell you that. I see a lot of attachments on people, and we allow it, and we just listen to everything. Everything people say. Why would you want to listen to things that everybody says? Oh, see these. We'll just put these two up here. I think for our 3-day reading, we'll put those there. But don't listen to what things everybody says. Listen to what you think and you say. And try to change your reality. Because, I want to say with the second most important relation, well, no, the first one, with my first love that I was with for 8 years, I was heartbroken to the point where I just didn't want to live. And the thing is I had a child. What's more important, your children or your spouse? And I mean, sometimes you got to just let go. And you got to just say if it's going to be, it's going to be. If it's not, it's not. And see what happens. But you got to make things right with people. And what I used to do, because I wasn't always nice like this. No, folks, I was not. I used to be a little arrogant a-hole when I was younger. I offended a lot of people. I did. I'm an Aries. I'm very arrogant and strong. But what I did was I apologized to every single person that I was mean to, that I hurt. Some people, they were mad at me for a minute. Other people, they were grateful that I apologized and said thank you. But I did it. And I accepted whatever consequences I got. And I just got up and made myself better. And I guess that's where you kind of have to be in your life. Get up, make yourself better. Don't worry about all that crazy stuff in your life. Don't, because, I mean, where does it get you? Is my point. Because you got your whole life to live. You could sit there and just stay blinded to things around you. Stay blinded to things of energy and your life's purpose. Or you can just change it around. But you have to hit that, when you hit that rock bottom point, which I've hit rock bottom twice. That's what I did. I apologized to everybody, and some people, they were angry at me, and I didn't think they'd ever talk to me again. And it wasn't just lovers, it was everyone I offended. Family members, family, friends, everything. Eventually, everybody, at first they were apprehensive. But eventually they all seen that I had standing character. And when you have character that stands beyond time, and they see that you had enough guts to do it, and within time, everybody forgave me. And because I was self-aware, and I said, I'm sorry. And then I had to do it a second time. It was, geez, years ago, before my third major relationship that I just got out of. God, it was, geez, it's 11, 12 years ago. I had this guy that was a work husband. And I was ruthless. And I mean ruthless. I was spreading rumors about him. I was really, really mean. And he came in with his kids at work one day, and I even made fun of him. But you know what? I went around and I apologized to everybody for all the rumors that I myself spread, because that it was wrong. And a lot of people, they were mad at first, and they said, "Oh, you did that?" I said, "Yeah, and I'm sorry, because I was being an a-hole." And some of them were apprehensive. Some didn't talk to me no more, but some did. But the fact was, I did it. I'm self-aware, and I did not want to be that person. I didn't. So I'm just letting you guys know there's always hope in the new year, but put on a piece of paper things you're not going to tolerate for the year. And I guess being in discernment and being fully integrated, because I've been working on fully integrating myself for about, I don't know, about 6 months now. And I hit discernment, and all at the same time, but it took 6 months. And I guess I'm just here to let you guys know it's possible. It is, but it's a long, strenuous process, but don't let it follow you over years, because that's when it has more of a lasting effect. It really does. It's terrible. Sometimes you can, if the more it's prolonged, you can destroy circumstances. But if you want to compare, if you want to change the variable and outcome of what you're trying to project, you got to change the variables of everything around a relationship. And I'm not saying there's anything's a relationship. You know, it could be with your pets. That's a relationship. Everything's transactional in life. Everything's patterns. It's all pattern recognition. So if you had a pattern where you were kind of sabotaging and upsetting, like, I don't know, the whole situation, you had a mob-like mentality, your job's a little harder, because you got to go around and you got to try to, I guess you got to, what if whoever's done wrong, you got to, and let's say you have one main goal. Let's say your main goal was, it was somebody, you did this over a breakup. And then you said, "Oh shit, I really kind of wanted to keep that," and it left. Or I didn't want to upset my sister, and I told lies about her, and we were fighting, or whatever. It could be anything. We'll just call them, I don't know how they say in medical, like patient X, okay? Patient X over here. Or variable X. We'll go with that. Variable X, I really wanted to keep in my life. But I did this. I upset this group of people, and everybody in this group of people and then your variable X is crying. And then you just walk away and you don't know what to do. Because you did something in such a way to X that, let's say and it is pattern recognition, life in general. So everybody in this pattern recognition is going around, and let's say, because one little variable has hundreds of outcomes on the side, they're going to say, "Oh my God, look at X is upset. They're depressed." And you just did that, because a lot of people, when they see people genuinely in pain or upset, they're going to migrate towards who is in pain, because they're going to say, "Man, that wasn't right." And this is what we do. It's a human reaction. So everybody goes to this variable, and then they gang up on you because you didn't do anything to kind of try to destabilize X and your Y. So X is here and Y goes this way. And you got everybody migrating towards X because it brings attention to the variable. And then Y is sitting over here, and maybe they got A or B and they took A or B with them. And then A and B, and it depends, if A and B is a wild variable, an unstable element, they're going to disrupt it and they're going to make it chaotic, your energy field. So you got all this chaos with X and your unknown variable, and then X is over here crying or whatever, upset. Well, usually you're upset, you're crying. And they're all gathering around and they'll tell X, oh my God, we're never talking to Y because they got that unknown variable over there. So that's what you have to do. You got to destabilize to destabilize a situation. You have to change the variables around it. And then it produces different outcomes and patterns. So, I'm not going to talk to you guys about that. Literally, spirituality is recognition patterns. That's what it is. Because we are humans. We're not fairies. We're not dragons. There is behind the veil, yes. But we live on variations and patterns and recognition. And that's what we do. So, I'm just giving you some food for thought here. I've been watching that lady, Food for Thought. She's such a good tarot card reader. I love her. And then they got Spiritually Fit Tarot. I watch her all the time. I love her too. She's such a good tarot card reader. Oh my God. I binge watch all these guys. I love it. I like to hear what the buzz is every day in everyone's life. And it makes me a better reader. Because I'm trying to change my variables, folks. Because that's what we do. I evolve. But anyways, let me get this started. I just had to, and then when I dream behind the veil, it's symbolism of things behind the veil of our other self, our outer self. Most people don't evolve enough and get into their spirituality to see beyond the veil. For years, I've been going through trauma wounds, so I see beyond the veil. And I died twice, so this helps. It helps a lot when you've been dead and came back. So, but you don't have to be scared just as someone has black eyes. It just means their energy got dark. That's all it means. And they're low vibration, and they're going to be a variable that's going to be erratic and not kind of move around, and they're going to cause a negative field around it. Ionization, they call it in science. That's what dark energy does. And then even science calls it dark matter. There's light matter and dark matter. Dark matter it's very dense. That's why it's low vibrational. And light matter, white matter is light. It goes up. Dark matter is kind of heavy and dense, and it comes down, and it just keeps pushing down. That's what it is. If you want to know the difference between light and dark, it's dark matter and light matter. There's a balance of it. You don't gotta be afraid of it. It's all it is dense matter, and we're a part, and we have matter inside of us. So let's get started with what went on beyond the veil. And there is avatars of people embodying this. I don't know who it is, but it's whoever it resonates with. I just see big stories in my head when I sleep. And I never, thank God that I just I actually get to sleep, but I sleep like the dead because laugh out loud. But yeah, I just sleep like the dead and then I wake up and I remember what I dreamt. We're going to start here. All right. I'm going to go with the bad guys and consequences here. And then this is everybody that's living. And then this will be the dead. That's how I organized this. I know it sounds strange. I am strange. I'm a part of a soul tribe. I'm strange as hell. And I see dead people. I admit it. I'm strange. But this is all the living and this is all the dead. So that's where we're going with this. All right. Got this. Knight of Cups in reverse. This one, I always see things too. And I get stories on them. That's why I like to feel my cards, especially these decks. There was somebody running here. And this person, they ran from a family dynamic. I want to say the name starts with a J, if it resonates to anybody. And when this person ran, they kind of didn't know what they were doing. They did, but they didn't, if that makes any sense. They were just very in their head and very unaware of a lot of things. So, in this person, there was a vehicle or something involved. And I guess they left because they just felt they couldn't make a car payment. So, that's what I got on this for the living. All right. And that's on the dark matter side because that's more dense to me. All right, this is on the lighter side and we got the Two of Cups. So this is the light matter. So this person's field is more of a light matter thing here. All right, with the Two of Cups, I see two lovers that got in a disagreement and somebody flirted or there was some kind of third party and they were upset. They were real upset and the energy that was more masculine, and that could be the woman that was more masculine. I just picking up the energy. Anyways, this person that went ahead and did that, there wasn't a full transaction of sex, but there was a date and they did make out. So they're in a transitional state of, I don't know if I'm getting back together with that person. And I'm getting the numbers 16, 24, 72, and the initials JR. If that resonates with anybody. I'm going to start putting these in here. All right, this one is in dark matter, so somebody had bad consequences with this. I got Six of Cups in reverse. All right, this person here, I'm picking up. There was a couple. There was a domestic in this one. And there was a lot of arguing and yelling, obviously, because it's a domestic. And the police were called. But the person was on drugs. and they were in a Six of Cups state. So they were on drugs, and they just have a lot of mental issues. So, I mean, take it as it resonates. It's a very dense, dark matter energy. So I'm getting SW on that, and I guess I'm not sure if there's going to be any reconciliation with that, but it's a terrible tragedy when families got to be broke apart. I mean, I guess that's what I'm going to say there. All right, then we got Seven of Cups reversed. That means there's dark matter. All right, now with this, I see somebody. It's a lady with blonde hair, green eyes, a little bit heavier set. She's cooking something. She's over the stove. I think she cooks better than me. I really do. But I don't know. I think any of you guys cook better than me. The only two people that seem to like my cooking is my dog and my grandson. Laugh out loud. But anyways, she's cooking, this lady, and she's taken things to a dark place. Her life, financial difficulties, just a lot of things. And she's all alone. All alone. So that's what's going on here, and I'm getting initials HL, if it means anything. I don't know. HL is coming to me, and the color purple. I don't know if that means anything to you. She's just in a real dark place. Okay, we got a Queen of Wands. She's in the upright. All right. With this one, I'm picking up a lady. She's neither in distress or not in distress, but not out of distress at the same time. And she's standing in her own power. See how she's illuminating here? She's a light worker. And her story, she was in, I don't know, I feel like there was a lot of stuff going on in her life. A lot of stuff going on. She had to stand up against a domestic, a lot of low vibrational things going on in her life. And she has many decisions and stuff she juggles. She has darker hair. I want to say not quite, almost my color type thing. And she does have brown eyes. She's very slender. She is an older lady, but she does not look old. She's well kept. And I guess the situation with this domestic and stuff just has got the best of her. So I guess that for the outcome, I just dialogue what you want from the past to be gone this year, feelings, and make proactive plans and goals for the future. All of you guys, get out of these fields. These vibrational fields, they don't help anybody. They really don't, and they don't help the animals. So I'm doing this to help the animals so they have a healthy a place to stay. And I love you guys too, but we need to help humanity, and it starts with getting our vibrations up. But anyways, I'm picking up future light worker also, and the initials VC, and the color red may be significant with this one. Let's go to another one. All right, I got the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups here. This is in the upright. All right, the Knight of Cups. He's sitting with his horse. Oh, is that a? Is that a? Okay, he's not even on the horse. Okay, that was why it looks so lonely. All right, there's a horse. He's not quite. He's in the middle. He's in the gray. His horse is grazing in the distance, and he's contemplating whether to go one path or another. He's this one. I'm picking up a darker skin, but not too dark, and brown eyes and brown hair. He's been going through a lot of troubles. He feels lost. And he doesn't quite know where to go, but... And he's just sitting in the gray. And I guess... I don't know, I'm just picking up the colors green. Seems significant. And I guess my advice to this one is get your vibration up, do a journal of what you want to accomplish in this year and not, and work on yourself. Go inward, don't go outward. And once you fix the inside in your environment, then go off apologizing or whatever. It just seems like he made a lot of people mad. That's my advice to the person in the gray. All right, now we got King of Cups. Oh, we got a king. Look at that. Someone in high vibration. Okay, this is a caterpillar. No, wait a minute. 5 of Cups. Sorry. All right, you see the little caterpillar there? All right. They're not quite a butterfly. They're not quite light. They're not quite dark. But they've been around a lot of chaotic dark matter. They're trying to migrate towards white matter, but they're just kind of sitting in between also. There's a lot of you guys stagnant in the gray. Just a side note. I know, I'm a broken record. But anyways, I see possibly a butterfly, but it's going to take a minute for this person. You know, and I don't know, to me, looking at it and resonating it, the only thing that really comes to my mind for this person is shadow work. Shadow work, journal everything you want, internalize everything, and just try to change your surrounding areas little by little. There's just so much destruction around this person. So much negativeness. I'm an alchemizer. I could take energy and just transmute it. Boop, and I use it, and that's it. Not everyone's an alchemizer that sees dead people, but I do. But anyways, this person's transforming. He hasn't been goo yet. He's almost goo. He has to cocoon himself. I don't know, just embrace it. Let the universe cocoon you and go inward, and then kind of worry about your outward journey later. Take the pain and embrace it. Pain could be your best friend. Those scars, when you get that pain and that you want to just give up in your darkest hour, call upon your ancestors. Call upon them. That's what I did. I alchemized an entire bloodline when I did it. Because I was like, you know what? I'm an alchemizer. Let's just take all my ancestors. Let's do it all. But don't do that unless you kind of have abilities, I guess. Or you're more advanced. But yeah, take to this person. If you're reading this reading and you're feeling this way, and this may have been you that I got info on, just cocoon yourself, go to goo, and become a butterfly, and change your environment around you. And you'll see better positive change. Okay, let's go on to the next person. All right, we got Knight of Swords. Somebody with a higher vibration. Just because the cards are dark does not mean that it is dark, the energy. This isn't an upright. This is a light energy. Or this is light matter. Well, actually, this is like a light gray. I'm sorry, I take it back. All right, I'm picking up this Knight of Swords. He's a very charismatic person. This one is very lustful. The ladies want to have sex with him a lot. And he's got himself into a hell of a problem. I'm sensing love triangle plus others. When do you have the time? Wow. I don't have enough time to barely even call people. I do so many videos. But anyways, I'm sorry, I'm getting off track thinking about how much time he spends with all these ladies. All right, I'm going to move my leg up here. Anyways, I'm feeling light gray energy, but there's a lot of people that have dark energy around him. That's why the light gray is showing up. If you're in this kind of situation, I want to say tattoos are predominant on this one. There's a lot of tattoos. There's none on the face, some on the leg, and they has a lot of like, this person gets tattoos that mean something, but that doesn't mean anything because a lot of people do that to get tattoos. So let me dig a little deeper in this person. Let me go here. I want to say the song. It's hard for me to find the song. It's a Wiz Khalifa song. Oh my god. I don't know. It's that one Wiz Khalifa song where there's a lot of love. That one of his love songs. I mean, I listen to rock and roll, so I don't know if Wiz Khalifa means anything to you, like one of their favorite artists type thing, and you just vibe with a Wiz Khalifa song. This could be you. I don't know. But journal, you just need this person that, I don't know, it's almost like I don't want to offend the collective, but he got a lot going on in his love life. But spend less time with women and more time trying to figure out who you are. And don't let your energy become dark. Don't get dark eyes, please. And if you have that many women, I don't know, maybe just try to go down to one. Because it seems like it's hard to balance that many women. It's almost like he got a harem going on over there. All right. Next person. Got the Hangman. All right, this person here, this is, I like these because they're shadow cards. I see people's shadows and it's easy for me to pick up their little spirits and all that when I'm really focusing on. This is a person that truly got himself in a bad situation. I'm talking about a mob kind of situation where there's just a lot of people angry. And it's not because he did anything horrible. He chooses his words wrong. He's not horrible, it's just he's really bad with his words. Almost like the King of Swords type thing energy. It's crazy. His energy field is almost like a light gray type thing. There's a lot of anger in this person because he just says things ass backwards. And then he doesn't realize he offended somebody and this and that. And then he gets mad when people call him out on stuff. And a lot of people say that things don't add up, but it's because they're not good. They're not good with their words. I guess journal, you need to journal. Work on your words. And I mean, maybe like how my mom used to tell me. Mom's over here. She says, hello, collective. I guess before you speak, really just kind of pause and really think about how you want it to project to others. Instead of just blurting out words, just kind of think about what you're going to say before you say it. And I think if you did that, you would have less problems. I think that's the core of this person's problem. All right, and the number 69 and purple is significant for this person. All right, next person. All right, we got the magician. All right, this is going to be an interesting person here. All right, let me go and get a feel on this person here. All right, this person here has narcissistic tendencies. And I want to say he might almost be a full narcissist. And I have watched a lot of narcissist videos through my breakup. I called everyone a narcissist for about a month straight, so I probably could recommend every single person that brings all these videos up, and Carl Jung is really good at this. I'm still a member of Carl Jung's society. I binge watched Carl Jung. Love psychology. Anyways, this guy is a narcissist. He's never been in love. Kind of sabotages everything, and they love control. And I don't want to say it's a masculine energy. It could be a female also. I just picking up energy. It's an attractive person projecting masculine energy. There's sometimes I project masculine energy, so I don't want to get in trouble for gender because I hear other readers say that they talk about this all the time. Where they say all the time that it has to be a man or woman. It's just somebody that has that kind of guarded energy. So, and they call it in the reading and the psychic circles is masculine. And then the feminine energy is the more softer energy. So, but anyways, this is a person that is a full narcissist. There's no conscience to this person. This person has hurt a lot of people. A lot. I'm talking full out things, and they've taken things from people, and there's been a lot of con games with this person too. I feel that the divine is gonna put a stop to it very soon. Very soon. I guess my advice to this person is try to, I don't know. I don't even know if somebody came and tried to talk to him. Maybe try to talk to your family, and maybe now try to start making amends so the karma is just not too deep. But there's just so many people I see this person hurt, so I don't know about that one. That's all that's pretty deep, that one. Okay. Next group of people. All right, we got the King of Swords in reverse. All right, this, for our purposes, just reading their energy. This person obviously is in a negative energy, not negative, but they're in a dark matter. They're in dark energy. This person's very dark. This is darker energy. There goes my dog. But this person is in darker energy. And there was a breakup. And there was deceit, betrayal, and betrayal of, there's cheating, thievery. There's a lot. This person's almost demonic. The energy is so incredibly dark. It's a lot. I guess my advice to this person is no matter what energy, if it's dense and dark or light and white matter, you have to test for all your energy. Energy always returns asunder. Because if it's dense, if you think about it, it's like water. You know how water is heavy and it always settles down? And air or smoke goes up. Dark energy always stays down and stagnant. You're always going to stay stagnant and you're never going to lift up and become air energy if you stay so cold. Maybe try to see what's good in life. And suggestions for this person, the numbers 46 and 29 for some reason. I don't know. That's what comes to my head. Okay, I got some more dark energy, folks. Somebody else is kind of dark around this collective, the Hierophant. All right, and it's in reverse. All right, so this dark matter here, this is somebody of some importance. This is, I'm going to say it's an older kind of gentleman in a power position type thing. And they just recently buried their son. There was a death. And his son was murdered. And he wants to seek revenge. That's what I'm picking up from this one. And this is why he's in this dense, dark matter. The revenge. All he does is sees his son that's dead all the time and memories, and he's at the breaking point. And he's all alone. His wife died. And I don't think this one has any other children either. They go to work, but I mean, there's really no one left. It's very sad. I guess at this point, no, the only advice I have for this person is maybe if you're religious, go to the church and try to seek help from a church going person or something. Or just some kind of enlightenment or therapy or just something. It's very sad. And that through death comes acceptance, and a death is always final. It's your ascension to the veil. I guess try to just accept what memories you had of that person in that life. And try to honor their memory. We should always honor the dead folks. I was in this energy for a while after my dad died. I feel for that person. All right, now we got someone in happy energy. 4 of Wands. Oh my God, these people are so lovely. Oh my God, I just see sparkles. That's all they do, sparkle and glow. Oh my God, you guys are you're wonderful. I just see a couple just sparkling and just enjoying every day as it goes, and they're so happy. All right, I got. There's somebody outside. I don't know who the hell's outside my door window. Anyways, all right. All right, so this person here, I feel like there's two happy people and they're celebrating a wedding, an upcoming wedding. Oh my God. Congratulations, collective. Oh my God. I'm picking up, see, all this beautiful picture. She has she has blonde hair and like hazel eyes. And he's very handsome himself. And she's pregnant. And the colors pink and yellow are significant. And I guess there's really no advice to give this collective, but congratulations. And I don't know, I hope you have a wonderful wedding. All right, then I got a Three of Wands. This person's in the upright also. They're not quite going to a wedding, but let's see what I pick on this person. All right. All right, this person's in a high vibration here. They're it's like a light gray because they're very depressed. They're walking a lonely path. They were recently unemployed. This person. And they're kind of arguing with the girlfriend. And they kind of don't know what they're going to do with their life. But they haven't done anything dramatic yet. That's what I'm picking up on this person. And when I say he, I just mean someone in masculine energy. It could be a female that's in a single parent family situation type thing. That could be a thing too. So, I got that also. But I guess my advice to this collective is I don't know, maybe just try to. When you're going through these kind of situations, maybe try to reach out to people if you can. I mean, depending on how you did, or out, some kind of sources around you. And try to stay as positive as you can. Things always, when they go down, they go up. All right, let's move to the next collective. These are all of the living, and then we'll go to the dead. All right, and then we got the two ones. All right, this is just a path. All right, this is somebody that's in a higher vibrational energy, but again, this one was dragged down by a lot of really chaotic people that was kind of not so nice. Not so nice, these people around them. And they gotta walk a lonely path out of there. I just see them in a hoodie, a black hoodie with this. And it's kind of chilly. I don't see snow, but I do see it being a little cold out, like windy or something. I do see that. And I guess you just kind of walk it down that path, and then they just don't know where they went wrong because they're not unemployed or anything, which thank goodness. I don't wish the worst on anybody. But they gotta start over by themselves in life and they're lonely. They're kind of like in hermit mode. I guess my advice to this person would be if you gotta walk a path alone, sometimes that's the best time to learn who you are. I've been alone now for in this house for 2 months and I do talk to people here and there, but I feel isolation has taught me things I've known about myself that I didn't really think I knew. I feel isolation makes people better. It refines you, it just breaks you down. It really does. I was broken down so bad on my darkest night. Oh my God. I was going through it and I called out to my ancestors and I ripped open every scar, every damn scar I had, every emotional scar, not actual scars, but every emotional scar I had, and I let myself feel all the pain. I didn't sleep well. I went to work, came back, took a nap, and did some YouTube videos. I took a break from YouTube for a week. After that week, I felt better, and it took about a month. Transmuted all that pain and became a diamond. Next month, I still was going through the healing process, but I'm still sort of going through it, I guess. Since I did it on an ancestral level, since I see my dead ancestors, but sometimes ripping open those emotional wounds is the best thing you could ever do. It gives you more insightfulness and makes your life better sometimes. All right, now I got the lovers. Oh my God, these guys are so happy and beautiful. And then the mountains behind them with the world. Oh my God. I know this card doesn't say she's pregnant, but I feel a baby. I feel a baby here. I feel this signifies is a divine union. These guys, they're not getting married or anything like that just yet, but they're together. They're in the path of light and they're having a baby. I guess there's not, and there's an eye. I feel like I'm looking at, I kind of see an eye right there. The third eye is woken, I'm getting. Oh my God. Congratulations to whoever this is. And the colors peach and yellow are coming up. Congratulations, collective. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful life. All right. Then we got 4 cups here. Thank God it's light energy. All right, let me see what the on this collective here. All right, I'm picking up a child. Well, you don't pick up children. I'm picking up a child around 10 years old. It's a male child. Feels lost. And their parents are arguing. And they're confused. There's a lot of confusion. There's so much confusion around this child. I guess, I mean, whoever is this child's parent, I just, and then the colors, and then I'm picking up some details of a blue blanket. It's a favorite blue blanket this child has. And it's cozy and comfortable. I mean, I know this child's never going to watch this stream because it's 18 older, but if any of you collectives out there have a child that has a favorite blue blanket, the fighting that you're doing is just kind of making them feel like crap. I mean, maybe just try to, I don't know. I don't get into family matters, but try to console the child and make them feel like they're important to you. All right. That's it. I mean, that's all you got. You just go in there, maybe just go get them ice cream or something and say everything's gonna be okay. Mommy and daddy still love each other. We're just not getting along. I mean, it hurts at first, the kid, but at least if they know they're being acknowledged, it's not such a horrible thing. All right, we got the sun in reverse. All right, we all know what the sun in reverse means. Well, tarot card readers do, but the sun always means, you're somebody's inspiration. That's what it means to me. The star is, the best. I mean, you read that's your person. That's it. But anyways, we got on this one here, it's a dark energy, this sun. I see a feminine type energy. It could be a male. I just take it as it resonates, but I'm just seeing somebody walking across grass, and they're walking like, and there's grass with, and this one there is a little snow. They kind of don't know which path to take, one way or another. That's what I see on this. And significant colors here is red and yellow. I guess my advice to this person is look inward and then seek out your path with this kind of dark energy. Because before you approach anybody, you don't want to approach them with bad energy. It's never good. Let's get to the dead people now. They're always interesting, the people in the 3D. We're always in 3D, though, before we're born. That's what I really like about the universe. I mean, we were in 3D at one point. I don't know if anybody knows this about the dead. We're all we go in 3D sometimes, and then we're born again, and then again, and then again. The wheels keep on turning, that's all. All right, let's see here. Let's see the dark energies. We got the light and the dark. These could be, as it resonates, people's ancestors. Just major things that the dead would like to say. And what's going on in 3D world. So let's get that going. It's so exciting. All right. I got a lady here. This one here. I got a lady. And this is a queen. I can actually see with this. Oh my god. I guess it's good I got better glasses. Anyways, there's a Queen of Wands in reverse. This was a lady in great distress. This one I'm picking up. I thought she was dead, but this one's works in between worlds like me. Kind of like I don't know, like a voodoo priest or something, priestess type thing. And she did a lot of bad spell work. That's why she's in such dark matter. Wow. Yeah, don't do any dark spell work, friends, please. You do this dark spell work, bad things happen to you. Oh my god. Alright. And then we got 5 of Wands. Alright, let's see this guy here. Okay, this is a shadow spirit here. And this shadow spirit is just one of these spirits that lurk and try to look for a host. And honestly, I feel that they may have even possessed somebody or just gave them a lot of bad vibrations. And then we got King. Yeah, King of Swords in reverse. Alright. This person, there was a light worker or something. So we got another. There's a lot of shadow people that are in this realm just running around. We got and then we got the world. Alright, we got the world here next to this one. So all these people here kind of are doing dark acts within the world. There's the witch that is actually living flesh and blood. We got the shadow guy here that's lurking and like stealing energy and trying to influence people. And then we got a king here, the King of Wands. It's not activated. I think that one somebody actually got rid of. Alright. And then we got a tower. Alright. On the upright. So the light put a tower down. And we got the 2 of Cups. Okay, here's a dark couple in an embrace. This was deception. If it's in the dark category, they ran from something and went in dark embrace, and that union might not get them well. They're not alive. It represents a union, though. I'll put these cards together. And then we got, what is it, 4 of Wands? Or 5 of Swords, sorry. 5 of Wands. Yeah, 5 of Wands. There's some chaos here. And then the 9 of Pentacles. Although this person looks lovely. Okay. Let's go this way here. Alright, well, let's go in the light cards right here. And start putting these together here. Alright. These articulate what the light is doing to get rid of this situation. Alright, we got the Queen of Pentacles over here. That is with this person. And I want to say this one here. She's a dark queen. Very dark queen. This one is getting judgment. I feel that she's getting ready to, with all that dark magic she's doing, that's violating people's auras. It's getting canceled out, folks. All right. And then we got justice next to this. To this 5 is a king. Okay. To this king of wands. All right, justice is going with this king of wands. So in the 3D world, all the angels are pretty much taking this guy out. So very interesting stories, these 3D world. All right. This one here, that's not an overworld, but that one is definitely an overworld's getting tortured in both. So whoever that is, I'm sorry about your luck. All right, we got the King of Swords with the upside down King of Cups. All right, this one, they're stopping their game. And then the opposites like that for the light generally means they sent one of those dark riders after them. And dark riders, God has their own warriors, dark and light. He deals with all vibrations. It's not all angels. Be aware of this. Some people are undercover in this kind of realm. They are, or they're disguised as dark and they're really light. Sometimes it gets very blurry in these lines. I see it all the time. All right, we got the world with the 5 of Pentacles. All right. To me, I am seeing this was actually a light worker. This is somebody that was abusing money in this realm. So I'm going to start. Okay, this person is dead. So we'll put them here. This person's alive. Okay. Some people that could go in between that are how people say magical, but people that can alchemize both realms. Sometimes you can have consequences in both realms. All right, we got this with this 5 of Pentacles in the world. This is someone this is an alchemizer. This is someone that's walks between both worlds also. And they had a lot of abuse of money. They were using their powers to manifest money, money, money. And they did get money and it was taken away. So let's go put this with the living. These are, punishments sometimes. This is how the 3D punishes us at times. All right, we got the 2 of Swords in reverse. And oh my God, it's a tower. Okay. We got the 2 of Swords and a tower. Somebody. There was a lot of things going on to cause this kind of tower. And this is relationship like why this tower there was abuse of money. There was cheating, deception. There was a lot of stuff with this. And the light just decided that they were going to put them through a dark day in their soul. They just literally called for a dark day of the soul right there. I guess if you're going to go through the dark day of the soul, folks, Carl Jung and coffee to that person. This is the living pile. We're just doing that. All right, we got the Empress and the 2 of Cups. I didn't get a lot of dead people today. So sad. I do I don't know, sometimes the dead people are easy to talk to. Laugh out loud. All right, this is a living person too. All right, here we got the Empress in reverse. And we got 2 lovers and an embrace. So, I'm getting on this one, it's the living also. We only got one dead person. And the light took care of that in 3D. Alright. Alright, there's 2 of Cups. There was a betrayal. There was an Empress that lost her love because somebody cheated. And they were soulmates. Twin flames, soulmates. I mean, I don't know. There's so much controversy over that. Soul contract. Right here. I don't know. They might get to Tower. Who knows? But I guess my advice to these people here, if you're going to do these kind of things, try to end well with the first relationship and make sure that's what you really want to do. I don't judge unless I want to be judged, and I don't like being judged, so I don't judge anybody. All right. Then we have the Knight of Cups, Page of Wands, or what is it? Five of Wands. Alright, so we got the Knight of Cups and 5 of Wands. Alright. On this one, I'm just picking up a lot of hostility. And these guys, this is just about a situation where what I'm picking up with these two, what the light is telling me, the lighter realms, there was an alliance between 5 people that set out for treachery. That's what I'm getting. And obviously, on the good side, there's the Knight of Cups. An angel was sent out. Well, actually, not a full angel, not an angel. One of the light riders. They always, before an angel appears, there's always some kind of message because they don't like to deal with people if they could fix it themselves. All right, we got. Who's this lovely person? 9 of Pentacles. All right, we got 9 of Pentacles and the Magician. We got another witch. All right, this one is in the living pile. I guess the dead are pretty much taken care of for the day. My other reading, when there was more dead than living, there's just a lot of the 3D pissed off at the living today. All right, the Magician is a master of illusion. So, a magician gives illusion, and then this is a very dark witch. I feel she could probably possess a lot of people if she wanted to. Very high level of dark. She's done a lot of malevolent stuff. And she cast illusion. That's what I'm picking up. Picking it up huge, big time. So yeah. I guess watch out for this witch. And then you have another witchy energy over here with this Queen of Pentacles here. This one's in a relationship, is in sucking somebody dry. At least this witch is just casting illusion, and you can probably at least see or sense her. This one's already attached to somebody. I don't know. That's just some scary stuff there. And then whoever's over here doing all this, try to make that right before you get your tower. You get that tower, it's game over for you for a minute. All right, I guess that's all for this reading. That's the vibe of the day between the dead and the living. It's very interesting. I'm going to go ahead and process this and put it on YouTube. And I hope you guys all are safe and enjoying your new year. And I hope you take my suggestion of writing all the stuff you want to get rid of for the year, things you don't want to bring over to the new year, things you want to change for the new year. Because I feel this could be a year of change. Cycles ending and things like that. And let's try to be positive and happy in the world. And we'll see you for the next reading. Have a great day.